Chapter 14. Your Heart on a Scale, the Ancient Judgment That Still Haunts Us. 1. The Hall of Ma'at, the Heart and the Feather, Egyptian Precision. In the definitive theology of Wallace Budge's Book of the Dead, the moment of ultimate truth occurs in the Hall of Double Ma'at. Here the deceased stands before 42 divine judges, each representing a specific transgression. The climax of this journey is the psychostasia, the weighing of the heart. The heart, IB, believed to be the seat of memory and conscience, is placed on one side of a golden scale. On the opposite side rests the feather of Ma'at, the symbol of cosmic truth, justice, and harmony. The god Anubis meticulously monitors the balance, while Thoth, the scribe of the gods, stands ready to record the eternal verdict. If the heart is heavy with the weight of tears or the burden of sin, it tips the scale, and is instantly devoured by Ammit, the eater of the dead, a terrifying hybrid of crocodile, lion, and hippopotamus. This results in the second death, the total cessation of existence. If the heart balances perfectly, the soul is declared Ma'e Karu, true of voice, and is ushered by Horus into the presence of Osiris. For the Egyptians, judgment was not an arbitrary whim of a deity, but a mathematical verification of one's alignment with the moral order of the universe. 2. Minos and the Triple Path, Hellenic Jurisprudence. In the Roman and Greek traditions curated by Bulfinch and Ovid, judgment is a legalistic sorting of the spirit. Upon crossing the Styx, the shades are brought before the triumvirate of judges. Minos, Rhadamanthus, Iccus. These were former mortal kings renowned for their incorruptible justice, now seated on thrones where they stripped the soul of its earthly pretenses. There is no hiding behind wealth or status here. The soul stands naked, and its scars, the marks of its crimes, are visible to the judge's eyes. The verdict directs the soul toward a triple crossroads. The wicked are cast into the abyss of Tartarus, a bronze-walled prison where the Furies dispense punishments fitting the crime. The neutral or unremarkable souls are sent to the asphodel meadows to wander in a dreamlike state. The virtuous, however, are sent to Elysium, the Elysian fields, a land of eternal sunlight, song, and athletic games. This judgment reflects the classical belief in a meritocratic afterlife, where the quality of one's character determines the geography of their eternity. 3. Karma, the invisible scale of the self, Vedic inevitability. In the Mahabharata, judgment is not a single event in a courtroom, but a continuous, biological law of the cosmos. There is no external judge in the Western sense. Rather, the soul is judged by the law of karma, the inescapable weight of action and intent. Every deed performed in life leaves a samskara, an impression on the subtle body. When the soul departs the physical frame, it is these impressions that determine its specific gravity. A soul burdened by greed and violence is naturally drawn downward into darker, more painful incarnations, while a soul purified by dharma, duty, and meditation rises toward the celestial spheres. In the Indian view, the weighing is the soul's own vibration. Even the great Yudhishthira, the hero of the epic, had to witness a momentary vision of hell, because of a single half-truth he uttered on the battlefield. This teaches that the universe is a perfect accountant. Judgment is simply the manifestation of what the soul has become through its own choices across 1,000 lifetimes. 4. The Valkyrie's selection, valor as virtue, Norse heroism. In the Prose Edda, judgment is performed not in a hall of silence, but amidst the roar of battle. The judges are the Valkyries, Odin's choosers of the slain. They fly over the carnage of Midgard, looking for the Einherjar, the elite warriors who die with courage and a weapon in hand. This judgment is entirely focused on valor. Moral purity, as defined by other cultures, is secondary to the warrior spirit. Those judged worthy are carried across the shimmering rainbow bridge, Bifrost, to Valhalla. Here they are welcomed by Odin to feast and fight in preparation for Ragnarok. Those who die a coward's death or a straw death are judged by omission, sliding down into the damp obscurity of Helheim. For the Norse, the weighing of the soul was a test of the will. Judgment was the final recognition of a mortal's defiance against fate, proving that in a world destined to burn, the only thing that weighs anything at all is the bravery of the heart. 5. The ancestral verdict and the sky god, Turkic honor. In the shamanic world described by Bahattin Ojal, judgment is a communal and celestial process. The soul of the deceased is met by the spirits of the ancestors, who act as the first gatekeepers. If a person lived according to the Torah, the law, and honored their kin, they are assisted in their ascent through the layers of the sky. The ultimate judgment, however, belongs to Kok Tingri, the eternal blue sky. The Turkic soul is judged on its loyalty to the tribe, to the land, to the divine mandate. Those who were treacherous or broke their oaths are abandoned by the light, and find themselves pulled into the dark layers governed by Erlik. There they are subjected to cleansing or remain as shadows in the mud. However, for the righteous the judgment is a homecoming. They become protective spirits, joining the ranks of the white creators in the upper heavens. To the Turkic mind, judgment is the confirmation of one's place in the eternal continuity of the nation and the cosmos.